Hello, this is Boxing Unlimited here once again, and today we're going to be talking about the fight between Jaron Ennis, the Boots Ennis, and Stanionis. It's a welterweight fight. Stanionis has been promoted to the Super Champion, WBA Champion, and from all indications, even before this fight, before his promotion, Ennis has not mentioned his name throughout all he was doing was to challenge and come out on the internet and the YouTube and say that Terence Crawford is docking him. But Crawford has moved on, as we said. He's now the light middleweight champion. And if Ennis wants to fight him, he must have to go up to middleweight, light middleweight to fight, just like Vegilotis is done. Well, Ennis, for that weight, I think Ennis will be good for it. He's a big welterweight. But talking about Stanionis, we will tell you today, in no particular order, why the fight will have to be the toughest fight for Ennis in that division if he wants to unify all the belts and become undisputed. If he wants to become undefeated, he has to go through the way of fighting the other champions, who are Barros in WBC. WBO is Fondara. WBC, Barros. WBA, Stanionis, and the IBF is Ennis. I believe the fight with Stanionis will be one of the hardest fights for him. I've said that before. I've had a discussion with somebody, an argument, sort of, somebody saying Ennis will wipe him out. But I will believe in the fact that styles make fight. The styles that Stanionis brings to the fold, or to the field, or to the table, is utterly different from what Ennis is used to. His attack is relentless pressure, and his punches from all angles is a worry for me. I say it for Ennis, it will be a worry for Ennis. No wonder that Ennis is not mentioned his name. But the other day, his promoter Eddie Hans, has come out to say that they offered him $1 million for the fight unified title, and they turned it down. We don't know how far that is. If they're offering $1 million, they should have to know that it's a unification fight, and it takes more money. The pay-per-view will be high, and everything. But we will not delve into that area. Let the promoters and the managers sort themselves out there. But for Ennis, well, it's a good fight if he's made. We've said that before. But for Ennis to win Stanionis, he has to take a gap, because Stanionis is constant pressure. It doesn't give you time to work on your own. It takes away your reading the way he fights. And it's going to be a real problem for Ennis, if he fights him. One step and one key for Ennis is to create a gap between him and Stanionis, and then release his blows. And the jab will be very important here, since he will have a longer reach. Stanionis is 5'8", and Ennis is 5'10". The reach advantage is obvious there, and Ennis has a superior reach advantage. And but in boxing, Stanionis is a die-hard fellow. I've said that about all the boxers. He wouldn't want to go down, and he's so close to you. He hits you from all angles, uppercuts, hooks, punches to the solar plexus, to the liver. He comes out with variety of punches, and he's relentless. So if Ennis wants to win, because what all those body blows will do to Ennis is to slow him down towards the end of the fight and take away his legs, so that he won't be strong, and his punches won't be hard as well. And what Stanionis does also is to break the rhythm of any fighter he fights. If you watch his fights, he comes out with pressure, pure pressure, and the stamina is cardio is very, very good. You cannot say towards the end of the fight that you take him out, because he will never get tired. He keeps coming, and he's got a good jaw as well. We've seen his fights. We've seen how he reacts to punches. He takes them flush, and then he keeps coming. For Ennis to beat him, maybe that is why Ennis actually never mentioned his name, because it's going to be a problem for him in there. For Stanionis to win, he has to keep that pressure coming consistently without relenting. He has to keep coming forward. Push Ennis on the back foot, make him fight on the back foot, make him uncomfortable, take away his rhythm, and then come with combinations and variety of punches. But the body punches are the major ones. We've seen what body punches have done to, A-class fighters. Once you sink it there, it takes the wind out of them. And then what you see is the person who will not fight the way he fights. And he will be avoiding those punches. We saw in the fight between Andre Ward and Kovalev. We saw what body punches does. Body punches is important. And again, in the middleweight undisputed championship of the world, we saw Bennett Hackinson with Oscar de la Hoya. We see what body punches does. And recently, we saw Caballero take Francesca's out with body blows. So, we're not saying body blows always, that is the main punch, because the body doesn't move. It's large enough for you to pick up your punches there and take the opponent down. Having said that, we'll say movement covers all these things. If Ennis wants to win, he has to come with his move, his footwork, his work rate. Work rate will have to be above average, as we see, and then his punches, power punches, has to sit on his punches, sit down on it, because Stanionis is going to put his head on his chest and will bang away at his ribs, his solar plexus, and his liver, and these are powerful and painful punches, which you cannot recover from, fully. You saw Golovkin against Davydenko, and we saw what happened to GGG. We saw what Golovkin suffered through towards the 10th round, towards the end. It was on the back foot. We've never seen Golovkin on the back foot, but it did happen against Davydenko. Because of the body punches, it sacks you away, it makes you uncomfortable, it makes you do not want to be in the ring. And that is the system that will beat Ennis. For Stanionis is a power puncher. His punches are coming in, his jabs is there in your face, he's moving you back. For Ennis to have a chance against him or to win him comfortably, he's probably going to take a step back and then come out with a left hook. You have to set traps, and then adversity is something he has to face. I don't know if he faced any kind of adversity in his career, but with Stanionis, we know he's going to face it. And if he does not adapt to that situation, then he loses the fight. Ennis, all the while, all the talk and all the play against, on the name of selling himself, probably, by mentioning Crawford's name is uncalled for. If he wants to achieve whatever he wants to achieve, he has to beat people in his group. If he becomes the undisputed champion in welterweight division, everybody will be looking for him. That is what Crawford did. If he wants to follow that route, Crawford is gone up. He's taking a lead from the weight. So if you want to fight him really, if you want to fight off Crawford really, what you have to do is to come down to that weight, or go up to the weight and fight him. But for Ennis with Stanionis, that's what we're dealing with there, it's not going to be a walk in the park for any of them. It's going to be a tough match, no doubt about that. And whoever tells you that it's going to be a knockout will not tell you the truth. Because fatigue won't be the problem for both fighters. They've been steady, they've been working, they've been fighting all through. But you never know what will happen on the day. If one punch comes, one haymaker comes and lands on the head, the body, or anywhere, it could change everything. That is why we say one punch can change the complexion of the whole fight, And we say styles make fights. So it depends on the styles which they come with on the day. But I believe that Stanionis is a very powerful boxer, undefeated. Ennis is undefeated, Boots is undefeated. And who is going to carry the day? It will be the person who will suppress the will of the other person and take him to the river or to the water and drown him there. When we say this, what we mean is that the person who takes away the style of the other person, takes away the rhythm of the other person. Once he does that, the person is open for the sucker punch. And that is what we're looking at. And we are of the opinion that at the end of the day, Ennis might carry the day, but he will be on decision. Because Stanionis is a die-hard fighter, he's a pressure fighter. But when you take him back from that pressure and push him back, how is he going to react? That is what Ennis has. And you can only hear this in the Boxing Unlimited. And we're telling you that Ennis will win either in decision, whether split, majority, or unanimous decision, if he fights Stanionis. But he's not coming up with that pressure. Pressurize these people. This is a unified title fight. It's going to come before your mandatory defense, because he'll be mandated defense against Jaron, who he has beaten before, but he couldn't knock out. So that is the problem he's going to have all through. We'll end here today. If you have a contrary view to what we're saying, you can come on to the comment box, tell us what you feel, and do subscribe, of course, and like the video. Do have a nice day, and God bless.